Hello everybody, welcome to Australian Survivor Week 2 recap and power rankings. You know what you're doing, you know why you're here. First off, I apologise if I got an attitude because I had a really shit day, let's be real. Also, I had a lot of pasta for dinner, so I feel super heavy. So I'm drinking water out of my Overwatch non-sponsored mug and I have hair that looks like 1990s Jerry Halliwell, but let's just roll with it. So, before we get stuck into the rankings, a couple of things that I have to go over. You guys are wild. You guys are wild. Like, last week, in my video, I was like, thank you so much for 350. We're on 375. We're really out here. Alright, I don't know why I'm talking like that. Why am I talking like that? Second thing, Jake is back. He's not in Europe anymore. He's back in Australia, but he lives in Broome. So he's not here physically, but he's here. So we're going to either do a telephone or video phone. And I said those words because those are both Lady Gaga or Beyonce songs. Get with it. So someone told me off in the comments last week because I put who got evicted? People who got voted out in the thumbnail. So I'm not going to do that again. But who went this week? So Sunday night, Tarzan left. How do y'all feel about that? Let me take a sip because I'm talking really fast and my mouth is super dry. So Sunday night, quick recap of what happened. I guess the theme of this week is Summer Towel was in the shit for the 2 episodes. So Sunday night, Tarzan left and he had that whole ad campaign going on for Tarzan's selfless move. Like, what the fuck could that be besides an idol that he gives to Tessa? Like, the second I saw that ad, I was like, you editors need to chill out. Like, that was so obvious that was going to happen. But, you know, they tried to, like, pass it off as the selfless move being that he chose firewood over the cookies, which, first of all, what was that? Like, many issues there. First issue, Tarzan, boy, what is he doing? Like, you want to stay in that tribe, you get them cookies. You don't use that wood. Because, like, you can get firewood somewhere else. Literally, no one needs to know about it. The cookies or the firewood, you chose firewood. Like, I get that you're a nice person, but, like, stop rubbing it in. Side note, I would have picked those cookies in, like, half a second, and I probably wouldn't have eaten them. I'm not a big cookie fan myself. I don't dip my cookies in my coffee. I'm drinking water in a mug. You can't dip a cookie in this shit. I had 4 hours of sleep last night. I need to calm down. But I'm hype as shit now, so let's roll with it. So, from Summertown, Tarzan took the firewood instead of the cookies, and then at Asaga, Jericho took the cookies. And just a quick thing about that, did it not say in the clue, or the note, whatever it is, that he can't share them with the tribe, or he can't take them back to the tribe, and then he did just that, and they turned it into a big thing? Like, I was confused. Pasta gas. So just because Tarzan and Lockie said, we're all going to vote for Tessa, doesn't mean they're all going to vote for Tessa. Like, no, that's not how Survivor works. You split the vote. If you're in a big alliance and there's 2 people at the bottom, you split that vote. And obviously that tribe was doing that, but the editors were like, nah, we need to... because this is what editors do. We need to make that shit spicy, so let's make it look like they're all voting for Tessa, and then flip that shit on Tarzan. Selfless move, advertising, done. Cool. I have really bad anxiety. And then Monday night, oh my god, I was Bed Bath and Beyond shook with that shit. Like, Amy did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. Did the rest of the tribe see that coming? As it so happens, I'm a Peter stan now. That was quick, but yeah, I'm his #1 fan now. Because he flipped that shit. Like, okay. As we knew before the episode, Peter and Tara had a little something alliance going on, and he was part of that thick alliance. Then Tessa was like flipping that shit. She had Ziggy, she had the AK, she had Jared going on, and then Peter jumped ship and they flipped that vote, and I was shook. I loved it. I loved every second of that episode. Did I not say, honey, there's a big storm coming? Maybe I said that about someone else, but it still applies. In terms of Monday night's ripper editing for Sheila, Amy, Struth, bloody oath, am I right? I'm so Australian. Real talk for 20 seconds. I feel so bad for Amy. Like, she had a shit edit, let's be real. They made her look like the biggest bogan out there, and they made her like hinting at, oh, she's going to do some big things. She's going to have some thick gameplay, and then she gets kicked out. And they don't even like give her any kind of strategic like notion or anything. Like, if you're on Survivor, you're going to be playing strategically, and I feel like she had done that, but they just didn't show it. All they showed was her going bloody oath, or Struth, or pot and palmy, or something Australian. I don't know, I'm thirsty. So, Amy, if you're watching this, shout out to you for making it through that atrocious edit, and I hope you're doing well. Post-Survivor. Okay, so there's two things that I can't stop thinking about at the moment. First is that my friend told me today that he puts uncooked rice in the fridge. And the second thing is that on Sunday, Lockie was like, I don't suck at many things. That's what pisses me off after they lost the challenge. Lockie out here like, I don't suck at many things. That's what pisses me off. Also, I rediscovered that Lockie's actually from WA and I had forgotten that, which means it's like 5 people from WA and I can't count past 2. So I'm just going to ignore that and pretend he's from Tasmania. All right, power rankings. Let's go. So first things first, let's go to a saga because shit all happened there because it was just the Samatau shit show this week. I think the biggest change is Sam went from 9 to 11. So Sam is my number 11 at the moment. You know, just from like the quick cuts that she had in the last couple of episodes, seemed very paranoid that shit's still continuing. I just get this vibe, especially from the ads coming up from this week. They've edited that Sam finds out that Henry's not a yoga teacher. And I don't think Henry's going anywhere anytime soon. So I feel like that's just going to end up bad for Sam. So I just get a vibe. It's all a vibe, Sam. Sam's just a vibe. I like their use of primary colours in this chart. And I like the use of secondary colours to show how some people play in the game. Like, let's have a look at Jericho's circle right now. He got them cookie lines. Like, I have stress lines. He got cookie lines. All right, next I have Ben. Obvious reasons. Haven't seen shit. Like, I mean, my main takeaway from Ben at the moment is that he sticks his tongue out when he runs. Like, I don't know what else to say about him. I got an attitude tonight. Next, cAn'T. Why the fuck is cAn'T still there? cAn'T's going. If cAn'T's not going, I'm going to be like, I'm not watching this show anymore. I definitely will watch the show, but I'm just being problematic. So, 8, I have Luke. Look, I don't 100% know why I did that. So last week I had Michelle 8 and Luke 7, but I flipped it this week, again because of the vibes. I just get a vibe. Michelle, the nanny herself, she's not done. I don't think she's done. I think she's definitely got some more stuff in her, but I could see her going home on a Monday night type situation. She hasn't had enough screen time to be kicked on a Sunday, but I'm seeing a Monday boot potentially. So you might be like, why didn't you put her as 10? I don't know. It's a vibe. So Luke at 8 is mainly because I think last time I was looking at it more like Luke is the powerhouse in that Luke-Jericho alliance. But with the cookie scenario, that's definitely changed. Like, Jericho holds all the power now. So he's got his little alliance with Sarah. He's got his little alliance with Henry. Then he's got the Luke thing. So Luke needs him. Jericho doesn't need Luke at the moment. So I think Luke's in a bit of a interesting spot. So I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know. The vibe is that he'll be in a risky spot, but I don't think he's going to go. That's what my psychic senses are telling me. Oh my god. My hair. Number 6, I've got Henry. This week, Henry reminded me of someone that I went to school with like 10 years ago, but it reminds me of them in 20 years after that 10 years, so I guess 10 years from now. Yeah, look, Henry's in a fantastic spot. He's got that cookie alliance with Jericho. I still can't believe they put the cookie on the fucking chart. So the promos this week are really extra. They're like, Henry is the villain, or like yoga teacher shit. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, look, I think it's gonna start with Sam being like, you aren't a yoga teacher, and then he's gonna be like, oh, oops, got me, time to go, and then she'll get booted. So I think he's fine at the moment. Number 5, Queen Jackie. I was upset this week because I didn't get enough Jackie. Like, my skin looks like shit because I don't get enough vitamin D because I study inside all day. My vitamin Jackie is deficient this week, so hopefully next week we'll get some more Jackie time. So number four, I have Odette. Real quick, about to jump into some sports bet shit, so mute me for 10 seconds starting now. Odette's still having ridiculous odds on sports bet. She's like $1.50, and the next person's like Jericho on $5. Like, y'all know something I don't? Number 3, I have Sarah. Sarah's got that cookie alliance now. She had that alliance last week, but it wasn't the cookie alliance, it was just the orange alliance. I don't like how close she is to cAn'T. She should stay away from him. Main takeaways for Sarah this week. She threw a coconut and hit someone in the head, and it was funny as shit. And the other thing was when Jericho gave her the cookie, and then she was like, Jericho had cookies, so he came to me, obviously. Also, guys, I think I'm ready to go on Survivor now because our hot water system broke for 3 days, and then we had no hot water. And I felt like I was on Survivor. I was like, what is this? So next I have Jericho. He had so much screen time this week. And I'm happy he had screen time. Good to see someone else, see what they're thinking, what they're playing. You know, he played smart with those cookies. As I said before, I don't really know if that was allowed, especially since the rules were like, you can't take the cookies back to camp. And then he was like, screw it, back to camp with the cookies. If I was Jericho watching this back, I would be happy. And also, if I was Jericho and I got voted out next week, I'd also be like, this is fine, because he had a really good edit. So, but I don't, in saying that, I don't think he's going home. That's why I put him number 2. Otherwise, I put him number 10. Mark is my number 1, same reasons as last week. He's not going anywhere. I think Asaga's not getting rid of him anytime soon. They need him for challenges. He's absolutely killing it in challenges. They haven't lost one in ages. And if they're going to split up that Sam-Mark alliance, it's Sam that's going home, not Mark. Real talk. Okay, so let's get stuck into this Samatau shitstorm that happened this week. And I'm going to go through these relatively quick because I told Jake that I'd be calling him in 10 minutes 10 minutes ago. That's how I live my life. So as we know, there was a 4 and a 5, and then Peter flipped from the 5 to the 4, which meant that Amy went home and they broke up that alliance. Fantastic for Tessa. Tessa would be loving that shit. She's like, send me some more of that shit because I'm lapping it up. Yeah, so Samatau's had like a complete restructure in rankings from last week. Number 8, I have Tara. Wait, can I count? So number 8, I have Tara. I think last week I had her as 5, so she's gone down a lot. Yeah, look, not a great episode for Tara, that last one. I think she definitely thought that everything was good, everything was happy, and then out of nowhere, her alliance just crumbled, mainly because Peter flipped and went to that other 4 to send Amy home. And it's a tough spot for Tara to be in, because now it's 4 and 4, and the battle lines are drawn. Wait, that's not 4-4 anymore. It's 5-3. So, just to reiterate, I had 4 hours of sleep last night, and I can't count for shit. So I think I said that it's a 4-4 split, but I don't think it is. I think it's a 5-3, because Peter flipped to the 4. So now it's Tara, Lockie, and Elise against Jared, Peter, aka Ziggy, Tessa. In that case, it's even worse for Tara because she's in the minority now. Between her and Annalise, I think one of those two is going home, if not both, this week. I think Lockie's fine. So yeah, number 8 I had Tara, number 7 I had Annalise. Annalise had like 0.5 more seconds of screen time this week, so good on her. Hopefully she'll go out with a bang, but I think she is going out. Number 6 I have Tessa. Tessa is sticking around like a bad smell or a good smell. I don't know how she smells. I'm not judging. She is getting lifeline after lifeline. That Sunday night episode, she should have gone home. But Tarzan was like, I'm a hero. Take this shit. Here's an idol. And then she got saved. And then on Monday night, the alliances were shook. And they were like, we need to make a move now. And Tessa's like, yes. Gimme. So she's in a good-ish spot. I think in terms of rankings, she's at the lowest part of that alliance, but I don't think that alliance is the lowest in Samatau. In saying that, wouldn't be surprised if she went home, but I hope she doesn't, because I'm getting Christina Char vibes where she just sticks around. Number 5, I have Lockie. Lockie's lost his main alliance with Amy that you can see here. Pasta vibes. So as you can see, Lockie had that little alliance with Amy, but that's gone. Blue who? So I think in terms of alliances, he's in a shit spot, but he's in a good-ish spot because he's a strong male. That's the only reason I think that group of 5 would keep him around, is just for challenges, like a little challenge slave. Lockie, my main message to you is I don't think you're from WA, and also play your cards right. Pick the right alliance next time. Number 4, I have Ziggy. I can't really remember what Ziggy did this week, but I think she did something good. I don't know. I mean, she voted with AK and Jared and Tessa, so immediately I was like, yes, you get it. She had a pretty good week. Didn't really get much of those little interview things, but she was all up in those challenges. She did well in those. Her and AK did well together. I don't think she's going home. That's pretty much all I have to say about her. 3, I have AK. That comeback, though, I think I had AK towards the... No, I didn't. I never had AK at the end. So if you can remember from my last video, I said that my sister, who's a level 5 survival watcher, put AK as number 1, and I'm a level 9 survival watcher, and I put him like towards the end. My sister was right. He played this week like a fiddle. In terms of getting voted out, the only reason he would is if Peter flipped back and then somehow they got enough votes to take AK out. Because if they were going to take anyone out in that 4, I think it would be AK. I think Jared, Ziggy and Tessa wouldn't be as much of a threat to Tyra, Peter, Lockie and Annalise as AK, but I don't think he's going to get voted out. He's just playing too well. So I really enjoyed AK's edit last week. He was getting all up in those narrations, he was being sassy, he was controlling that game, and it was perfect for a petty little shit like me because I live for that drama. Number 2, I have Peter. I'm a Peter stan. Raise your hand if you're a Peter stan. And he was like, I'm going to put the brakes on that. I'm going to change gear. We're going to put that shit in reverse and go backtrack. And I'm going to join that other tribe and we're going to skirt on Amy. What language did I just say that in? I don't know why, but I feel proud of Peter. I'm like, yes, you did that. You did that, Peter. But at the same time, he's in a bit of a tough spot because they're going to know that he flipped. So Tara, Lockie and Annalise are going to know that Peter flipped. So they might try and target him instead. And that means that Tessa, Ziggy, AK and Jared might also vote for Peter. But then again, Tara, Lockie and Annalise need the numbers. So they're going to go back to Peter and be like, yo, come back to the dark side. And then he's going to be like, I don't want no scrubs. In number 1 position, I have Jared at the moment. He is killing it. He's in a fantastic spot. He is untouched by the Veronicas. Just judging from the edit alone, he's not going anywhere because he gets very positive screen time. He has a really good alliance with AK, Ziggy and Tessa. And then in terms of group dynamic with the other people in the tribe, you don't really pick up on a little savage vibe from them towards him, whereas you get that with them towards AK, if that makes sense. So as I said, I think Jared's in a fantastic spot. He's not going anywhere, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes very far. Alright, so now I'm going to ring Jake and get him on the line. Turns out video calling is an absolute nightmare, so I'm calling Jake on my laptop, which means that I can't connect the nice podcasting microphone, so I'm going to sound a bit shit for a little bit, but at least you get to see Jake's face. So there's a trade-off there.
Hey guys, it's Nicole. Okay. Oh my gosh, so excited to be back doing power rankings. Apologies for last week. I was living, what did you say, Michael? Living my best life?
You were living your best life, getting 200 likes per Instagram. That's what you were doing.
Guys, where to from here? I hit the
Literally.
200 likes on Instagram. I cracked 900 followers. It's been a very busy Survivor off-season for me. But here I am, ready to go for Power Rankings Week
2.
Number 8 for
Yes.
the Jared tribe, I'm calling them, which is the
Samatau.
Bangtao.
Samatau. What the hell's Sangatau? Did you watch these episodes? You're fraudulent.
So number 8, I have Tessa. This is just, wait, why are you looking at me like that for?
Bitch, why are you not putting Tara or Annalise down the bottom?
Tessa has been on the bottom, since the start of the show, and she's, I've called her my very own little new Cat Demont, because she's just staying in week after week after week, and then just when you think they might be in with a chance is when they get knocked out. It's what happened with Cat last season, and Tessa has been serving all the same vibes that Cat was serving me, remember? When we finally thought, new tribe, Cat's in, well, gone. 7. Number 7, I have Annalise.
Yes, same. I had 7 Annalise.
Yeah, she's just, who is Annalise? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
Why is she spelled like that? I feel like her spelling is problematic.
I feel like my spelling of her name on this Word document is also quite problematic.
How did you spell it?
Literally, it's been Aneiles.
Why does it sound like some kind of Italian pasta dish?
How expensive would it be to buy a vowel for her name?
Oh my god, it nearly fell off my chair.
Oh my god, you literally just fucking ruffled. Number 6, controversial. I've got Mr. AK.
Dun.
My arch nemesis from the original cast assessment, the bane to my existence, I might add. What did I say about him in the first one? I just don't like him.
I don't like him.
To be honest, my opinion of him stands. I do not like him. I'm not enjoying the AK show. I would like to see some other members of the Jared tribe, please.
The Jared tribe?
I'm calling it the Jared tribe, okay? Because
Does
that's what I
that...
remember.
Is that foreshadowing? Does that mean Jared's going to be a number one?
I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm just saying he's my favourite on that tribe, so I think of it as the Jared tribe.
Fair. Okay. So the other tribe is the cAn'T tribe then.
I will say he's playing, and we wanted players this season, and I love that. He's playing hard. He's playing well. I just don't like his accent.
He doesn't have an accent.
No, he speaks weirdly. He speaks weirdly. I don't know if that's how they speak in Adelaide. I've never been to Adelaide. I don't see the need to go to Adelaide. I heard it's full of AKs. But, yes, he's playing hard. I like that. But, you know, he's still been on, like Tessa, he's been towards the bottom the whole time. And, you know, that he still nearly got voted off. He was a vote away from being voted off that tribal. So there's still people coming after him and realising that he's a threat very early on, and that's never good. Number 5, who is she? Who is she? Z-R-G-G-Y. I feel like she's going to have her name written in bold pretty soon because I think her time may be limited if airtime is anything to go by. I think she's been on the right side of numbers every vote, but surely not getting any airtime this early cannot be a good thing.
And also, are you a Ziggy stan?
No.
You're a Ziggy stan. Okay, next.
I think that... Nah. So number 4...
I think the fuck not, you trick-ass bitch.
Number 4, I have the totes homo Peter.
Oh my god, I remember that. AK, what are you doing?
AK just ruins everything. So I've got Peter because, you know, I've been pretty impressed with him. He's just been another one they haven't really given me much airtime thusly. It's hard for... There's not much room for extras on the AK show.
True.
But, you know, he came alive in this last episode as a swing vote and swung, I think, the right way. I think the correct move was made for the tribe.
And best move for him as well.
He seems like he's holding his own, knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah.
Yep, good luck.
They're branding him as the Samatau assassin.
Number 3, I've got Tara.
That's super high. I don't know if I agree with that.
And if airtime's anything to go by, her commentary is my life. She's not in any danger of going. If anything, she'll be the person that brings that majority alliance back together.
I put her at the bottom.
She was just as blindsided as Amy was. So now when she gets a say, she'll get people onto her side. Believe that. I think she's a strong woman. I think she's going to be a strong player. And her being on the wrong side of those numbers is only going to light a fire inside of her. And I think that'll be the first thing that's ever been inside of her. Number 2, I've got Jared.
Okay. Oh my god, you're not going to put Lockie as number 1.
I'm putting Jared at number 2 for the time being.
Oh,
I've got
frauds.
Jared at number 2 because I think out of all of them so far, he's played the best game out of the 8 of them that are left. I think he's been on the right side of every single vote, if this beautiful memory is correct. And he really, you know, they stepped it up in terms of his airtime. He looked evil in that last episode. Some of those like shots of him at tribal. I don't want to guess.
Probably like this. Like whenever someone talks, it's like, I'm like living for it. Me.
He's leading the tribe, hence the Jared tribe. But I think he's just doing it. He's all behind the scenes, and that's so good at the start of the game. That's where you need to be, on the right side of the vote, but no one's going to be like, oh, we need to get rid of that threat, Jared, because it's all behind the scenes, which might be why he hasn't got as much airtime, but, you know, I can see what's going on right there. So Jared number 2, which means number 1, Lockie. He has been, for that tribe, the standout person so far in terms of physical ability, likability, sociability.
You think he's likeable?
Huh?
You think he's likeable?
I like him, and I don't usually like people like that.
He literally said, I don't suck at many things.
What's he suck at?
Like, who says that?
Yeah, but if you can back it up with, like, actually being able to do it.
So yes, that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the recap, my power rankings and Jake's power rankings. Yeah, let me know in the comments what your rankings are, who you think's going to get booted, who your winner's pick is at the moment, and also if I missed any like major points or something, let me know in the comments. I love reading the comments, and I love when people sass each other in the comments. It's like one of my favourite things. If you liked the video, drop a sneaky like. Yeah, if you're not subscribed already, subscribe. We're getting pretty close to 400 now, which has me Bed Bath & Beyond shook, so looking forward to that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye! That was so dramatic.